What did you say?
Well, we can't repeat it on camera, can we, watching Gracevia Labouf? Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. If you're wondering what the laugh is about, watching Gracevia Labouf was adjusting a hair and adjusting a seatbelt, and I said, make sure that your things are not on
Balcony.
show. Anyway, there you go, balconies, there we go. So, that's Miss watching Gracevia Labouf, and it's time for the big hello.
We have a parole word. Parole. Parole?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Password.
Yes.
For every item.
I see.
What we want to mention.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
There we are. So make sure your balconies are not on show, because this is a family channel. Here we go. We're on our way down to the St George Harbour, if you're wondering where we are. So we've just come past the Sunrise Taverna, and down there, to give you another bearing, if you were to take a left, that would take you to the St George's Hotel and Resort. Coming up in a while is the TLC private school, and then just after that is going to be a big church sitting on top of a hill, and then just beneath that is the St George's Harbour, a beautiful little place to go. I'm going to keep the camera looking out the windscreen because the views are quite simply exquisite. They are views to die for. And then you've got the West End Hotel Fish Restaurant, that's there on the right hand side. Seems to be having quite a good day. Speed bumps slowing us down. I'm sure now you can start to understand that that is the blue sky, which is sitting on top of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And we are now about to enter the St George Harbour area. There we go. Still part of Peyia municipality, if you're wondering. It's quite a big municipality. Then the only thing after St George is the place called the Acamas, which is a natural reserve that's been protected, and there's all sorts of things going on in there. And in fact, that's where the last castle is. If you go hunting around in our videos, you found us, we popped up there for a quick nosy on down. But look at those views. What do you think, Gracevia?
My goodness. Do you think when the women swim around that rock, how many babies they can have?
Well, it all depends on how many gumbaros are sitting in wait, doesn't it? That's actually in Gracevia Labouf.
It's amazing.
There we are. As you can see, the sky is a bit confused today. From some angles it's very clear, and from other angles it's that little bit darker. But anyway, this is the downtown St George Harbour. Place full of little boats, little canoeing boats, sailing boats, fishing boats, that kind of thing. And in the summertime you find an awful lot of people coming down here, and they hang out on the little beach, which is just there to the right, and there's a little cafeteria, and there's always an ice cream van, as there is today. There we are. Pull in there, Gracevia Labouf, and we'll go for a dismount, and we'll take you for a little bit of a wiggle and a waggle around the St George Harbour area and show you views that are quite simply to die for. Because it's got one of the greatest rock formations that I've come across. The only rock formation that surpasses this is just a bit further yonder, and that's called the Sea Caves area. And those rocks, well, they are exquisite. If you go hunting back through our back catalogue, you will find us wiggling and waggling in them rocks. But have a look at those rocks. Look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. Absolutely spectacular views. Again, if you're wondering where we are, this is the St George's Harbour in the Peyia district in the Paphos area on the island of Love, Cyprus. And of course that is Miss watching Gracevia Labouf, and as usual she likes to do a bit of rock climbing.
What a beauty you can observe from this luxury point. The views are just to die for. And Mr. Paul said the sky is a little bit confused, but it makes it even more and more beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah. The sky from this angle now is absolutely spectacular. Let me mount this rock and let me show you that. Look at the differences in the cloud coverage. Absolutely spectacular. There's no doubt that we are in for a bit of a battering again tonight. That's picture postcard. It's absolutely beautiful. And that sea is certainly blue, that's for sure. And as I was saying, watching Graciela LaBouffe today is in an awful lot of blue. She's got a blue jacket on, she's got blue jeans on, she's got blue down underwear, blue up underwear, no, sorry, red up underwear, and she's got beautiful, beautiful blue nails. And as you can see, she's now pirouetting on some rocks. I'm going to go back to watch so you can actually see what this little monkey is doing. One of these days, come on then, Chuck. Come on, Chuck Norris.
I have fallen down many times, but I'm trying to learn from the cats how they keep themselves. Chuck Norris.
And there you go. Jackie Chan is coming to town very, very soon indeed. Shall we go for a wiggle and a waggle along these rocks, Graciela LaBouffe?
Yeah.
What do you think? They look quite level, to be honest. This is a sea defences that's been put around the St George's Harbour. So, as tradition goes, we're going to go and follow the rear end of Graciela LaBouffe, and of course, you're going to get to see some truly spectacular views as we walk along these, well, rocks. And Graciela LaBouffe gets to show us her cat antics. Now it's getting more hard. There we are. Down you get, Graciela LaBouffe. Jump of a panther. There we go. And I'll go down this way and see if we can stick with watching Graciela LaBouffe's rear end. There we are. And also you get some spectacular views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea as we take you on this little rock walk. There we go. You've heard of beach walking? We like to do a bit of rock walking. It keeps you that little bit more energised and that little bit more supple and fit. But please, please be very careful if you're going to do this kind of thing. We're not encouraging you to copy us because we understand that it can be quite dangerous. So please, please be very careful.
You can see many people walking around these rocks because, yeah, whether you have to be very, very good athletically done or you have to be the Batman.
So we'll just pause here because I want to show you these waves as they lick and lap on the coastline of St George, Peyia. Have a look at that. Absolutely spectacular. Something very soothing and very comforting as you watch the blue Mediterranean Sea lick and lap a coastline. There's always something special going on. Anyway, on with the walk, Graciela.
Should we?
Let's keep going.
Keep going.
Let's get out to the little lighthouse on the very, very end there. So remember, if you want to see Paphos in a totally different way, if you want to see Paphos shown to you the way that nobody else will even think of doing it, that's because no one else is quite as stupid as us or as adventurous as us. Don't forget to hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for that little bit more of our madness.
Can you imagine if you fall down over there?
There we are.
What's going to happen with
Well,
you?
you won't be coming back up for a while.
It's an anaconda is going to eat you.
I don't think there's any of them in downtown St George. Not yet, anyway. There we are. Stay with us. We're going to continue on our little walk. Walk? I've got an old Ching Chong Chow Mein. On our little rock walk as we continue out. And at the very end, there is like a little tiny lighthouse. So stick with us. That's where we're going to go to. That's the finish point. And that's where you're going to get that very, very good goodbye from Miss Oching Graciela LaBouffe. Now, Miss Graciela LaBouffe, can I just stop you there for one moment?
Yes.
But hanging out of your rear jupper pocket is the keys to the car. That would have been a long, long walk home, that was for sure. But it wouldn't actually, because I'd have sent you down there to get them. I'd have held you by your ankles as you wiggled and waggled and complained. And there would have been a lot of complaining, that's for sure.
How beautiful
Some beautiful rock formations, yeah. Look at some of the beauty of where the water has licked and lapped it and created some spectacular shapes and some colours and all that kind of thing. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I think I should have been a geologist in a previous life because I do actually love watching and walking across rocks. And Graciela LaBouffe seems to enjoy it as well. That's where we're going, Graciela LaBouffe. We're off to the little lighthouse.
Are you a masochist or what?
A masochist. Only at night time. Right, have a look at that. truly spectacular views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. I think you heard that little chuckle, that little laugh from watching Peyia LaBeouf there. She often appears in high heels with a whip and whips the life out of you. Anyway, stop it now. We are a family channel. Let's have a look at those blue Mediterranean Sea. Have a look at it. Some beautiful rocks, Peyia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Do you think you could pick some of these up and take them for the cats to play billiards with?
How can I do it?
I don't think so. They're a bit too big. There we are. Okay, stick with us. There's not that much further to go. Another couple of minutes, hopefully, and we will get to the pinnacle, which is the little lighthouse at the end, which of course warns the little ship boys when they're going out at night and when they're coming back in that is the entrance and the exit to the St. George Harbour area.
Have you seen that?
Look at that for a nice structure. Beautiful.
I would take it with me.
Yes, shall we take it with us? Go on,
Let's
Peyia
see
LaBeouf.
how
Let's see if Peyia LaBeouf can pick it up. Here we go. Put some effort into it, girl.
No.
What about this one here? A bit smaller, that one.
That one I can, but this one I can't.
That one you can't.
Three of us can't.
Nope, wedged in. Try and get that one there. See if you can get that one down there, Peyia. Don't damage those nails. They cost me 30 euros. There we are. That's it. There we go. Peyia LaBeouf has got herself a new rock. Right, come on, Peyia LaBeouf. Oh, yeah. A little special extra view. You want the big one? Well, we'll come back for that later with a big digger. Let's get going. The winds are starting to pick up, and we understand that the sun hasn't got that much further to go. Another beautiful rock structure. It's always special when you come across something special on your travels, and these rock structures out here are truly spectacular, and the views from the end are going to be beautiful, well worth the wait. As we look now back into the harbour area itself, there's the boats, the fishermen, there's one or two of them getting ready, and there's even someone having a little bit of a swim. So it shows you, even in the very last few moments of November, you can dip into the blue Mediterranean Sea in the beautiful island of love, Cyprus, and swim yourself around. And have a great time. Have a look at that. Look at that. That's where the salts have crystallised on top of that piece of limestone. Anyway, we're almost there. The quest is almost done. There's the little lighthouse at the end. Peyia LaBeouf is rapidly approaching us. Let's see if we can stick with her. And you're going to get some great views, that's for sure, and a very good buy. On that note, if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of our madness. So, Peyia LaBeouf, was it worth it?
Yeah, we've done it. Not too many people can do it because, as Mr. Paul says, with the most cleverest, with the most athletically done, with the most.
Well,
anyways.
She wouldn't want to boast.
Let me do it.
Let's show you some great views. This is what it's all about. You come out to these extreme points and you get to see some spectacular views. And that's the Akamas, that's the blue Mediterranean Sea, and of course behind us is Oching, Peyia LaBeouf, and the harbour known as St. George. Here we go. Have a look at that. Imagine having a villa up there and digesting and eating these views every single day. Views to take your breath away. And that's Misochin, Gracivia, Labu.
And I just noticed the woman who is swimming right there, by the way. You haven't seen her.
I saw her before, I was watching her.
Well done her. Such a braveness in one woman alone, swimming in this, it's not chilly, but we would like to tell you many thanks for watching. Thank you again for coming back. And please, don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses.
Thanks for watching.
I cannot. I can? I cannot.
Go on, keep going.
Oh.